Hello, my beautiful creative creatures. As you can tell, today is a more, well, except for my hair, a more put together me. I actually put some work into this video. This is a redo of a video I've done already. And it's going to be of the ItWorks opportunity call. And we're going to talk on it. We're going to discuss what she has to say. Also, I really appreciate all of those who have subscribed recently. Let's get started.
Of your busy day. I know how crazy busy we are, and especially during December. So the fact there are this many people on gets me really excited. But I want to first introduce myself so you guys know a little bit about me, my story, how I got started, and then I'm just going to get right into this and share what this business is all about and what it takes to be successful, and hopefully just give you all of the information you will need to make the decision if this business is a good fit for you. So my name is Ashley Hughes. I'm 27 for 2 more days, but I'm going to keep owning it because I'm not excited to turn 30. I live in Pleasant View, Utah, so northern Utah. I have twin boys who are 4. We had a son a few months after they turned 1, and then we are pregnant with our 4th son right now, and I'm married to my high school sweetheart. So we do have a pretty crazy life. I'm currently an ambassador with the company and a top 20 money earner with the company. But I found this business about 3.5 years ago. When I joined this business, me and my husband were living in my parents' basement studio apartment. We had been living there for a few years already. And our twins were 1. We had just found out we were expecting again. And my husband was a scaffold builder. So our daily life looked very different. My husband worked very hard. He worked out of town most of the time. He worked over in Wyoming, and I can remember going to visit him occasionally on weekends because I swear that was the only time I would get to see him, is if we visited him, and it was like negative 16 degrees. I don't know how people even live over there, but so we really never saw each other. When he was working in town, he would work 18-hour days because he was trying so hard to pay off any of our debt that we had. We had mounds and mounds of hospital debt from one of our twins being in the NICU, plus just the debt that you get into. I swear it was just overwhelming. I felt stressed out all the time. And I really didn't feel like me getting a 9 to 5 was reasonable because I felt any income I brought in would go straight to daycare for 2, almost 3 kids. The most income I had ever made was $8.50 an hour. So as you can imagine, that would all be sucked.
As a mom myself, I can understand not getting a job mainly for the simple fact of paying for daycare, which in my opinion would be a waste of money if I were to go back to work right in this moment, because there's no point. And I understand where she's come from. I do understand it. I understand wanting to help and feeling more like you're actually my hair is bothering me today. Actually feeling like you're in the money space aspect, putting that help out there. Is there anything in my face? Okay. Anyway, onward.
Right into daycare. But I can remember, I think my breaking point, or my turning point, if you will, it happened when one night I ran down to the grocery store to get just 1 pack of wipes. We were out of wipes for our twins, and my card declined. And for $2, and it might have just been my card had declined many times up until that point, but I think the fact it declined for something so inexpensive and a necessity for my children that I finally was like, okay, we got to change something. We cannot keep doing this, because if we do, this cycle will just be nonstop. In 5 years, I'm going to find myself with my card still declining for necessities because we didn't budget right or something. And so it was that moment that I was like, something needs to change. And I remember coming home and just crying to my husband, and we had to borrow money from my mom so that we could have gas money for the week, and it was just humiliating. And so that was when I decided, okay, I'm open to opportunity. And I had been praying for something, but within 3 days, I found this business on Facebook. And I was skeptical. I saw these result photos from this wrap, And I was skeptical, but I was very intrigued. And I joined this business completely blindly. I had no idea what the heck I was doing. If you've ever heard the term, knowledge on fire. No, sorry. Knowledge on ice is better than ignorance on, or I'm so screwing this up. Ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. That saying could not be more true, because I had no idea what the heck I was doing. I was completely ignorant to this business, but I was just excited and I just ran with this. And I found very quickly, once I got started, that I was waking up and I was motivated again. And I felt inspired and I felt like I could dream again. And I found myself excited to wake up and cross off tasks and to reach goals. And I found myself changing as a person. It wasn't even really about the money, although that was an awesome bonus, to be getting paid for this. But I just found myself changing into this completely different person. Okay, so another one of my favorite things was I was meeting all these new people. Up until this point, I felt like I was kind of in this bubble of just talking to my babies all day. I kind of stopped seeing friends or talking to friends, and I felt like I didn't have grown-up conversations anymore. And so I felt that I was meeting all these new people and I was helping other people make an income. And I think that that was my very favorite thing about this whole business, was helping other people make money. And
I know they stress this all the time. They're like, I'm helping other people. But I don't think they really realize when they say helping, are they really helping, or are you just thinking you're helping because you feel you're doing a good thing by asking them to do this with you? Because in my opinion, it's not a good thing. It doesn't help anybody, and it causes more issues. So to say it's helping, it's questionable.
Really, I felt like from day one, this never felt like something selfish. It never felt like something that I'm just in it for me, I just want to make money. It's so rewarding to find someone who needs extra income and to help them reach that goal, and to see them start changing and them start improving in their life in many different ways, not just financially. So I felt like this was just a hobby. And if you were to ask my husband, he would tell you, like, if she has a spare minute in her day, she's like, can I work my business? Because I really am that excited about it. It does not feel like a job. It's just fun and it's exciting, and it's just, you're surrounded by people all the time, and it's just great. So within 6 months after joining, we were able to cross off one of our biggest goals, and that was to move out of my parents' basement. So we had been there for a few years, and we were able to move out into our first house. And our original goal was to move into an apartment that had an actual bedroom, so we weren't all in one crammed area. But we surpassed that and we moved into a house, and I just remember feeling like we accomplished so much in life because we were able to do that within just 6 months of working this business. By my 1 year mark, I had retired my husband from his full-time job. And, I think looking back, I was making enough.
I will just mention, I hate when they say I retired my husband, because they didn't. They never retired them. They either, they're not working anymore, and they're the only one working, or they have them join whatever they're in, and this is an ItWorks one, so he joined ItWorks. Technically not retired, you're still working. Retire means ceases to work. And you also get benefits with being retired. You get that, I don't know, is it pension or like retirement fund, whatever it is, however you say it, but you get that fund and they give it to you so you don't have to work. So you just stop working. Not a great idea in my opinion, but you just stop working and start working somewhere else. You just change positions, you just change jobs. You didn't retire at all.
I was making enough money to replace his income, but we were still definitely taking a risk by doing that. I just had this vision, I had this faith that if we were to be able to work this business together, or if we were, two of us were working this business, or if he was there with the kids, and so I could put in a little bit extra time here and there, that it would just send our business off into even more momentum. And so that was kind of the mentality we had when we retired him. The other thing, my husband has always dreamed of being a fighter, And so he spent that time that he was spending at work, a few hours a day training, and he made it onto the USA kickboxing team. So he follows his dreams every day because of this business, and he has not had to work for 3 years now. You know, we just do this full time, and he fights. And this year he is coming back to MMA. So I know without a doubt he'll be in the UFC because he is so dedicated, and he just dedicates all his time, free time, to following his dreams. So this has really blessed us with, I mean, so much more than just income. We've been able to really do what we want to do with our free time. So right when I retired him, we had our third son, and our family dynamic was completely different by this point. So we would wake up every morning. Both parents were there. We were there to take care of all three of our kids together. Then my husband would go train. He'd come home, and we would just work the business together. And it was so awesome to be able to have that time, you know, that time with your children, and to be able to watch them grow up together, and for him to see all the little milestones that our new son was making. You know, the first time he rolled over, he was there. And so it was just awesome to see both of us be able to be there for all of these awesome milestones. 4 months later, after our son was born, we crossed off something else that was on our dream board, and that was when we took our whole family to Disneyland for the very first time. And that was always, or will always be, one of our most treasured experiences that we've ever had, because a month later our son passed away from SIDS. So he was 5 months old when he passed away. And I remember both of us just looking back at that moment of when we decided, like, enough was enough. We're changing the course of our life, and we joined this business, and being so grateful, because your time is so valuable, and that's one thing you can never get back. And for us to look back and have no regrets of how we spent life with our child that is no longer here with us, we have no regrets. You know, my husband is so grateful that he never missed a moment. He has no regret of, man, I was away from him.
I will say, at least I'm happy for them in that sense that they did this. I understand that, like, obviously that is something that's very tough to go through or experience, because I've gone through my own challenges as well, in that, not that way, but I know how a parent must feel. So speaking on that, I understand, and I see where she's coming from, but I don't like the fact that she's using that trauma to share in a way that seems to be getting the attention that she wants and is for sales, much less, because obviously it's an opportunity call. So that's not a pleasant thing to know.
Every waking hour of the day, because he was there. And something else that I think this would be another turning point in my business, was we did not work the business for a good solid month after he passed away. I mean, obviously we were very unmotivated. We were extremely sad, upset, depressed, and we just wanted to hold on to each other and just forget about everything and just be together as a family after we lost him. But 30 days later, I got a paycheck, and I remember just bawling my eyes out looking in my pay portal and seeing a 5-figure monthly paycheck deposited into my account. I had not worked 1 second of the month before, and I still earned a paycheck. And that was when I realized the power of residual income, the power of doing something one time and getting paid on it forever. And it was then that I kind of like snapped out of it and was like, I need everyone to know about this opportunity. I need everybody to, or I want everybody to have this opportunity to be able to work like I did and get paid on it over and over again. And when you have hard times in your life, that you can step back and deal with it however you need to, and you don't have to go to work. I can't even imagine what it would have been like if we had a week off and my husband had to go back to work. I can't even imagine how hard that would have been, because we were so, like, we literally wouldn't even leave each other's side for like 2 seconds. If he went in the kitchen, I was in the kitchen. We clinged to each other during this time. And so I can't even imagine if we had to or were forced to go to work, because that was just what we had to do to pay our bills. And so after that, I was dedicated more than ever share this opportunity with others. I was so much more motivated. I wanted everyone to have this experience. And so I took off again. And within 5 months, I promoted to Presidential Diamond, which is the second highest rank in our company. And then within, let's see, on my second year mark is when I promoted to Ambassador, which is the highest rank in our company. My husband promoted with me as a triple diamond. And we earned $100,000 in bonuses that day. As of right now, we are just days away from being in our company's Millionaires Club. And it just blows my mind. Like, I never thought those words would come out of my mouth, that we're millionaires with this company. Because looking back 3 years ago, watching me cry because I can't afford $2 wipes, you know, life just looks very different today than it did a few years ago. But in all honesty, it did not take 3 years for us to change our life. It was that one moment, that one decision to take the step that would change the course of our life. So it was the decision on March 28th that I made to join this business is when everything changed. And now, before I get into like the details of our business, I want to first squash a few fears, because I feel like these are the same things that people come to me, and it was the same things that I was very afraid of before I got started, and it made me step back and wonder, like, could I really be good at this? And that is one, if you're afraid that you're not a good salesperson, or you don't have any sales experience, if you don't have a lot of friends, that is another huge fear people have is, well, I don't really know very many people, or I have like 2 friends. I was in the same boat. I did not have an Instagram. I had maybe 200 friends on Facebook, and I never talked to any of them. And the other one would be being shy or being an introvert, and that is me again. I am very different today than I was when I started this business. If I would have known that one day I would be speaking in front of 20,000 people, and if I were to be able to see into the future, I probably would have been like...
But to act like that's not important when it is, it does make a big difference. And especially if you know so many people. And the one thing I don't think that a lot of MLM reps is like the fact, like, or at least like I'm surprised that maybe they don't think about, like, how many reach outs can you do before you realize that you're doubly reaching out to like the same person again, or the people that are in your team are reaching out to the same people you are, so therefore it's an even greater risk of having a no. Like, I just find this whole thing taxing mentally and just physically exhausting. Like, I can't be peopling like they do like that. Like, it just doesn't make much sense to me. Like, there's a certain aspect where I can. I do that with photography, and I do that with, like, baking and stuff, but, like, other than that, there's not a whole lot I like to do with people. I mean, yes, I like to travel too and get to know people, but other than that, it's very rare. It's just, I don't know. I just find it physically taxing and mentally draining to do all that.
And the other one would be being shy or being an introvert, and that is me again. I am very different today than I was when I started this business. If I would have known that one day I would be speaking in front of 20,000 people, and if I were to be able to see into the future, I probably would have been like, no way, I could never do that. But you see one step at a time, and you just go with it. It definitely took me stepping outside of my comfort zone, but that is where all the growth happens. And it's made me a whole different person today than I was a few years ago. But I had never sold anything in my life before this. The last job I had, like I said, I worked at a coffee shop, and it was a tanning salon too, kind of random. And I made $8 an hour. I never sold a thing in my life. My husband always jokes and says she would rather buy anything than sell something, and it's so true, because I'm just not a salesperson. But it does not take you being a salesperson to be good at this business. So don't be scared of that.
No, it just takes you pushing a lot of buttons to manipulate those around you, and making those feel guilty for not doing things that if you're in the upline to make them money. So yeah, you learn a few things. Not good things, but you do learn a few things.
The other thing is, I just want you to know where you are today, who you know. None of that matters. None of that will depict your success or where you could be in a year or 5 years from now. None of that matters. about where you are right now, because it all matters about what you're willing to do after you join the business. That's what matters. And just like in any traditional job, let's say that you got a job tomorrow working at McDonald's. You would not walk in first day and have them expect you, okay, we're not going to train you, so you just got to know how to work the register. You better know how to work all the machines and how to work everything, and we're just going to sit back and watch. And if you can't figure it out, then bye. That's not how any job works, and it's not how it works here. You will develop skills. You'll be trained. You'll be mentored. You'll be guided until you feel like you got it and you figured it out, and then you're the one training people. It's the exact same way in this business. And you will develop skills. One of the most important skills I would say with this business is networking. So that is where maybe you feel, well, I have like 5 friends, but what happens when I talk to them all? Maybe none of them are interested. I literally had 3 friends when I joined this business, and I was like, those 3 friends are going to join me, and we're just going to do this together. And I had no intention of talking to anyone else but these 3 friends. Well, none of them joined. So then I'm sitting there thinking, okay, well, what do I do now? Like, who do I talk to? But you will never run out of people to talk to, I promise, if you work this business the right way. Most of us work through social media, and there are billions of people on social media. 4 billion, I think it's 4 billion people, which is like half the entire planet, is on social media. So
Yeah, but not everybody's going to say yes. I find that very rare that anyone will say yes, because they know that you're not guaranteed an income. Why would you take a risk on a non-guaranteed income and spending money and time that you're not going to get back on something that's not guaranteed? I'm sorry, but that's not jiving with me. I'm not digging that idea. I know I'm throwing a lot of 70s lingo in there. I'm sorry, but that's what came in my head. But it doesn't sit well. Why would you do that? I don't find that to be a good way to, I don't know, like if it were a hobby, I get. But if you're trying to make money and you know you're spending all this time and not getting any further, I wouldn't keep doing it. Like I just don't see that being a real thing that you should do. Like a real positive thing. It's not going to help you. That's all I'm going to say.
Media. So for you to think, well, after I talk to my 100 friends that I have and nobody wants to do it, you're putting yourself in a box by doing that, because there are unlimited resources for you to find and meet new people. I can easily meet and start building a relationship with easily 10 people every single day. And that is what I've done. I just spend time, a little bit of time every day, building relationships. And we definitely have ways to go about it where you're not feeling like you're scamming people or you're creeping people out. There's ways to build relationships, and you will be taught how to do this through your mentors, through all of us leaders. Will be helping you along the way. But I also want you guys to know that this is a career. It's not just something that you can do it on the side. It can be a fun hobby on the side, but if you want to take it seriously, you can. And this can be a lifelong career. I've met people who've been in this industry for 40 years, and they're multi-millionaires over and over again. Just by doing this, continuing doing this, and you don't have to work this forever. You will still get paid. It's, just like if I were to take a month off right now, I would still get a paycheck next month. So for you to build this up and continue working and building for X amount of years, it's something that you can retire on forever. Now, let's see. I have a few notes right here. Okay, the last thing I want you guys to think of before I get into our steps and all of that information is, with selling, this is something else that intimidates people. They don't want to come off as a salesperson, or they're afraid of that. But I want you to think of a time in your life where you went and saw a movie and you could not shut up about it, and you called everyone you knew, or you posted about it on Facebook, and you wanted everyone to go see this movie. Or you ate at a restaurant and you had a great experience, or you tried something, a product or a drink or something, and you told people about it. That is exactly what this business is. It's sharing this opportunity and the products. It's the same. Now, I had tried a wrap before I joined the business, and me seeing my own results was everything. And that's where I the shy person, it like is non-existent. If you try something and you love it, you will shout it from the rooftops. And that's kind of what I was doing. I was posting my personal result photos. Anyone that asked about it, I was like, you have to try one. I was just so excited. And so I think it is important to, once you join this business, to start trying products, because you will get a testimony of them. You will see what it does for yourself, see what it does for your friends and your family.
But it doesn't determine that the same results will happen. And for them to always be saying, this works for everybody. No, it's not going to work for everybody. And don't make those health claims that you can't actually back up with any scientific method or any data. Like, if there's no way to back it up other than photos, that's not exactly a true testament of how. And if you're not a dietitian, don't be getting on these health MLMs, because they're dangerous.
In your family, and the more people you see get results, the more excited you become, and the more you cannot shut up about it. And so it works the same way. And it's the same with the business. When you start, the second you sell a wrap and make $25, oh my gosh, you want to tell everyone about it, and you want everyone to experience this, and you want everyone to be able to make an income from home like you're doing. And so just think of it that way, because I honestly can say this has never felt like a sales job. I feel like I'm just sharing experiences that I love and that I want other people to experience as well. So it's no different. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys, we have one piece of paper. It's a sheet, and it will get you from the same piece of paper will get you to Ruby, which is, we call that our first leadership rank. It's usually the first goal that we have as distributors, and there's a $500 bonus attached to it. So if you ever see us talk about qualification for the $500 Ruby bonus, when you cross the sheet off one time, you earn that $500 Ruby bonus. So the same sheet, though, will take you from Ruby all the way to ambassador. There's nothing different. There's nothing secretive or special that will take you all the way to the top of the company, besides just the amount of times this sheet is completed, or how many times you help someone complete this piece of paper.
AKA recruit. We already know that. I hate when they're like, we're helping people. Now you're recruiting people. There's a difference.
So I'll just break this down really fast for you guys. Now, for example, you doing this sheet one time, you'll get a $500 bonus so long as you do it by February 28th. So they give you 2 full calendar months to complete the steps. And so, yeah, that would be your deadline, is 2 months to complete step 1, 2, and 3. You'll earn a $500 bonus. The average monthly income of a Ruby is between $400 and $600, somewhere around there. And that'll be like a residual paycheck that you're earning as a Ruby. Now let's say that you cross this off one time, but you help 3 people do this one time. You helping 3 people do this once, that's an average monthly income of $2,000. And there's a $10,000 bonus right now for doing that. That, to me, when I joined, I remember seeing this $10,000 bonus, and the girl that signed me up gave me this flyer about it, and I went home and just threw it in the trash, because I was like, I would never earn a bonus. I just want like $200. I do not care. And there's no way I would never be able to do something like that. But what I didn't realize was I went Ruby really fast. Within 20 days, I was Ruby. And it was just me teaching people what I just did, completing step 1, step 2, step 3, 3 people, helping them earn a $500 bonus, got me a $10,000 bonus. And I can remember the day. I feel like that was like the most life-changing day that I've ever had in my life. And just celebrating. I just couldn't believe that. Oh my gosh, I earned this bonus. So trust me, so many people earn this. I've had over like 180 people on my team earn these bonuses. So it's definitely doable. 3 people, that's all it takes. Now, I think that a very life-changing income is $6,000 a month. When I remember looking at that and thinking, oh my goodness, I can't even imagine bringing in $6,000 a month. That is just by helping 5 people do the steps one time. So 5 people is about $6,000 a month. Now, the last one I'm going to share, because it goes all the way up to ambassador, but triple diamond is another huge rank, and you're in VIP. That's an average monthly income of $10,000. So this is when you're starting to earn the big bucks. You're earning 5 figures a month. For most people, that would be able to retire them and their husband. They could be home full time. That's by helping 11 people do this one time. And like I said before, I could very easily find 11 new people to talk to every day. So 11 people who want to earn a $500 bonus. You know, and honestly, if you think of it that way, who do you know right now? Start writing names down of people you know who could really benefit from that $500 bonus. Who do you know that would change their life and would be willing to just do 3 little steps in order to earn that bonus? So that is all it is. It's just you doing this one time, this sheet, and then you're helping other people complete this sheet. So let me just break it down real fast so you guys know exactly what is on the sheet, what's required, and what you would be doing daily or monthly to grow your business. So step 1 is to join the business. It's $99. There is no contract. You are not signing your life away. If you decide down the road, I don't want to do this, there is no penalty. There's no fee. There's no cancellation, none of that. So it's $99. You get a box, your starter kit. It's going to come with $100 worth of product. You can use the product on yourself. You can sell the product. You can make your $100 back in 5 seconds. You can, I think I already said you can use it because that's what I did. But I sold most of them as well. And I was just ordering wraps because I was just wrapping people left and right. It's going to also come with marketing material. So you're going to get things like your catalogs, your party pads, everything you need to start sharing this business with other people or the products with other people. So it's going to come with all of that. The cool thing is if you were to just buy as a customer a pack of wraps, so there's 4 of them in here, which is a full treatment. If you were to just buy this retail, it's the same price as starting the business. So it really makes no sense to me to just try the wraps when you can become a business owner with there's no like hidden contract or anything like that for the same price. So you get your box of wraps, and I'm going to keep calling them a box of wraps. I just started making them into sleeves, which I do like better, and I think they're nice. But that's everything that's going to come inside your kit. Now, your very first goal, which is step number 2, is to find 4 customers. This is honestly, I feel like this sets our business apart from so many others, because how many of you, let's say you join today, you don't want to charge your friends and family retail because, you know, and I think that's the problem with most companies is you get in business and then you're like, well, I don't want to charge them extra. I want them to get my same deal, but then I'm not going to be making anything. The cool thing in this business is customers pay the same price as distributors. The whole deal is it's when they do a 90-day challenge. So as long as someone, let's say that you're looking through your catalog, which let me just show you really quickly. We have a ton of products. It's not just wraps, okay? And then there's a backside as well. Okay, we literally have like 50 products, and there is something for everyone. We do not target just 20-year-old women. We target people all the way up to 200 years old, if people are still alive at that age, all the way down to as young as you can imagine. Okay, we have something for everyone and something for every problem you can think of. People who are stressed out, the greens, honestly, I always say if all else fails, everybody in the world needs to be on greens. We have health and wellness products. We have weight loss products. We have essential oils. We have energy drinks. I mean, literally, you name it, we probably have it. We have something for menopause, to balance your hormones, protein. I mean, really anything you can think of. So what I like to do with my brand new distributors, what you would want to do is you look through this catalog and start reading what the benefits of these products are. Like let's say you're looking at Confianza and you realize, okay, my mom is the most stressed out human on the planet, and there's something in here that's natural that helps with stress. I'm totally going to tell her about this because I want to see if this product would work for her. So you'd let your mom know, hey mom, I have this product. You're going to get it for the same price I get it for. I just need you to do a 90-day challenge. Tell me how you like the product after 90 days. Give your honest opinion because I want to see how this works for you. That is how I looked at this business and how I looked at all these products. It was, okay, this product gives this type of benefit. Who needs that in my life? And then I contacted these people. My grandma was my very first customer. She started on Relief because it helps with achy bones and joints, and she has really bad arthritis. And 3.5 years later, she still uses this product every single day. She is a spokesperson for it. She's obsessed with it. She can't believe the difference it made in her. And so that is what this is about. You want to find 4 customers who want to just try something, do a 90-day challenge, and they're going to get wholesale pricing. So they're not paying retail, they're paying what we're paying as distributors. That is your first goal, or step 2. And then step 3, down here, you'll see it says Go Ruby. So that is your final step. And going Ruby, let me just show you this too. We have charts, okay? Let me pull that out there. So we have a chart that will show you exactly what you need in order to promote to every rank in our company. It takes all the guesswork out. It's not like you wake up one morning and think, I hope I hit Ruby last night. You know exactly if you hit, because everything is kept in your website that you'll get when you enroll. And you'll see exactly where you need sales underneath this person, whatever. But this is what a Ruby looks like. And again, to make up all of the other ranks, it's just a matter of helping people cross off this, which is filling out this and promoting to Ruby. So that is our steps to success. Those are the only things that I've ever used. You do not need binders of stuff. You do not need to, there's not a notebook full of information that you need to know. When you're talking to potentials, you literally show them this piece of paper. You can show them the catalog. And this is also a very helpful tool. This, I feel like our party pad allows you, day one, you know exactly what you're doing. You can share this business with somebody the second your kit gets in, because there's no guesswork again. If you can point and read, you can share this business or the products with people. It just gives all of the main information that the people need to know about the business or the products, and it's just right here in this little booklet. So really, you guys, this business is so simple, and I think because it's so simple, that's why it's so duplicatable. Anybody can do this. If you can just cross off these steps every month, continue growing your market, which is what we spend a lot of time coaching and mentoring you guys how to do, and just stay consistent. I think consistency is just the key. If you can promise yourself you're going to work this many hours a day or this many minutes, whatever you have, as long as you stay consistent, that's where everything changes. There are some days where I'm like, I literally have 15 minutes to work my business, but I promise in those 15 minutes I will be very focused and I will be intentional about what I'm doing and how I'm building my business. But it really is just doing it a little bit each day. And I think where people run into an issue is they get complacent. They end up spending more of their time watching Netflix than working their business. And when I see my team, I can see the people.
Why do you have to bash people who want to enjoy what they want to enjoy? Let people enjoy what they want. Is it hurting you? No. I mean, it may be affecting your wallet, but technically not hurting you. And if they're allowed to do what they want to do, they should be allowed to do what they want to do.
Watching Netflix than working their business. And when I see my team, I can see the people that are very consistent in this business, because these people joined and they did not take it for granted. They ran with this opportunity. We all paid the same $99, but I like to compare it to people that get a gym membership. You know, there's some people that get a gym membership and within a year they have completely transformed their body. There are some people that get a gym membership and then they never do anything. And you want to blame it on the gym, but it was you. You know, you had the same opportunity that this person did when you bought that gym membership, but you didn't use it. And so everyone has the same chance here. The resources are endless. The amount of people to talk to and share this with are endless. It is not saturated by any means. We just moved into a home a few months ago, and not one of my neighbors had a clue what the heck I did. And I only moved a block away. I mean, it wasn't like I moved into somewhere where maybe there aren't distributors. No one in my whole area has ever heard of ItWorks or has ever heard of these products. And it's a matter of you sharing this opportunity with other people. And
that
another
just seems
thing,
like a red flag.
right now I have 10,000 people on my team. So I have 10,000 distributors. That is 40 times the amount of people you need to hit ambassador, which means I could have hit it 40.
Yeah, no crap. Sherlock. No wonder you are able to make residual income. You have a crap ton on your team underneath you, doing all the work for you, paying for that house. Yeah, that's my issue here. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is almost done.
It's 40 times the amount of people you need to hit ambassador, which means I could have hit it 40 times. So if you really think of it that way, you guys, I promise this opportunity is endless. The amount of income and the amount of people's lives that you can change is endless, and it's just so exciting. And I also want you guys to know right now, December is the very last month you can join and be eligible for that $500 bonus. They changed rules.
All right, we're going to stop here. There's not a whole lot else left that she's going to talk about, and I'm just done listening to this. I am also wanting to say I am sorry that she had lost her son to SIDS. That's sad. I couldn't imagine going through that. That's not something that should just be like nonchalantly put into that conversation in an opportunity call, unless obviously you're comfortable enough talking about it. But like, even still, it just seems kind of icky and gross to mention it, and I just feel bad. But I hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, I believe click the bell button for my new videos. So I hope you enjoy. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.